That, my goodness.
I had
It
problems
was
with
like
that.
so
Yeah.
obvious the lipstick poison, the way she kissed her. I was like, and I told Johanna last night I hadn't even got to the. They were at the pier when we started recording last night. When I
Mm.
stopped and I was like, I bet you that lipstick is poisonous or
Oh,
something.
for sure.
And
Like,
she was just like, it was so obvious.
as soon
Obvious
as
to
she
someone
kissed
that
her.
obvious to someone that's been watching, yeah, but not obvious to anyone else. That's why I liked it.
I would have been suspicious if I was there. I
Yeah.
would have, especially if I was Braun, who knew about like the poison, and it just looked weird for her to kiss her like that.
She
Braun,
just tried to
Braun
kill her the day before or
Yeah.
months before. Who knows what the time frame here is, but she just tried killing her.
and what? Braun doesn't give a shit. Braun does not
Brown,
care.
Brown was trying to get with the other girl.
He's just trying to go to hell home. Okay, he doesn't give a shit about what.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
but
not
more
watching.
importantly, like
He's
I
not watching
knew,
to protect Marcella in that situation. Nobody is.
more importantly, like I knew all the audience knew that it was going to happen, and so then you're just watching like that whole scene with her and with
Jamie.
Jamie, knowing that like no matter what she says, she's gonna die like in about 2 minutes. And of course, like they hug, and you just know it's gonna happen. You're just waiting for her to die, and then sure
Yeah.
enough, ugh, she kills over, and you're
I'm
thinking,
sorry, Uncle Daddy.
Uncle, Uncle Daddy.
and you're thinking, hackery.
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 Could be the title for the entire season. Hackery.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I realized like a lot of stuff happened, I guess, but it just seems like this whole season was kind of a placeholder.
yeah, they killed a lot of time. It took them the whole season to get to Dorne and then leave Dorne.
See, and that's
They're going right back too, because that
Yeah,
they
I mean,
just-
I don't know if they can make a U-turn. They're gonna make a U-turn in the boat.
you turn.
Make a U-turn. Hey, make a U-turn. My daughter niece is dying. Make a U-turn.
Oh, I was gonna say something. I don't remember.
Like, come on.
Oh, but I do hate that nun. Man, I hate that nun.
Shame.
I hate her so much.
Yeah,
I can't
shame.
wait.
Shame.
I can't wait for Cersei to fuck her up.
It's like that she says shame. Shame.
But we never did get any kind of resolution on Marjorie.
Oh yeah, poor Marjorie.
She's just. By the time we get back to her, she's gonna be like bald and like skin and bones probably. What else was unresolved? I mean, I think. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is that like the only thing that's like unresolved? But I don't think anybody cares. And we had no Bran at all this season. Not that I'm
God.
complaining, but
He'll be
Yeah.
back next season. Like if Jon Snow is not there, they'll replace the storyline.
yeah, and then we'll get Bran next season.
Are you guys
Okay.
hearing a weird echo?
By the time we get back to
I hear it.
skin and bones,
That is so weird. It's like this.
was unresolved.
It's like this 10-second delay.
So Malik, did you go see Jurassic Park?
No, uh, no. Unfortunately, the leak that's in my apartment, the leak that the
What
leak
the
that's in
hell
my
is going
kitchen
on?
sink.
Johanna, do you hear this?
Yeah, I
Hold
hear
on.
it.
Yeah, I hear it.
I
Hold
hear
on.
it.
It's like way behind. It's like watching a kung fu flick.
Oh my god, this is messing with my head. I feel like
It sounds like a ghost.
Yeah, I hear it faintly.
I hear it like loud and clear. I can hear myself talking, and it is messing with my mind.
This is like the beginning of a horror movie.
Yeah, I can hear it pretty vividly.
I've
I know
lost
where it's
track of like the present time.
from. Okay. Well, in the present time, Lorenzo is exaggerating, but it's definitely not It's definitely something that'll mess us up.
Should we disconnect one by one and then come back on?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hold on. I might need the invitation again, like after I disconnect. All right. You ready?
Go ahead. Get
Okay.
the three of you drop, and then
No, it is crystal clear on my end,
Is it you?
and I'm probably responding to something you said, Malik, like 10 seconds ago or 30 seconds ago,
Malik already
a
dropped.
minute ago.
All right.
Oh
I'm
man,
dropping too.
I'm losing my mind.
Oh.
So weird.
Lorenzo, drop and come back. The three of you drop, and then
it's crystal clear on my end.
Is it you?
And I'm probably responding to something you said, Malik, like
Malik already dropped.
a minute ago.
All right.
Oh, man.
I'm dropping too.
Losing my mind.
Oh.
Lorenzo.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, I was telling you to drop and come back.
Okay.
Okay. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hey guys.
Hey,
I'm back.
you guys hear anything?
Nope.
I don't hear anything anymore.
Lorenzo, you good?
I think so. Maybe you guys didn't. Maybe it was me because it was like crystal clear. It was like It was like the echo was clearer than the actual conversation. I hear like a lot of background noise. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, it's starting again. No.
I don't hear it at all.
I don't hear anything.
Oh my goodness! Look at you, Minnie. Oh, good for you. You're not dead.
Oh, Lorenzo dropped again. Oh.
Hello?
Yep, you good?
Oh man, I sure hope so. That was crazy. That taught me a valuable lesson. It would not take me very long to lose my fucking mind.
and then we know how to do it. Just let them
Yeah.
hear things 2 minutes later.
Could you guys hear it as clear as I could? Because it was
No.
crystal clear.
No.
Yeah, maybe you
It
guys
was
were just
fuzzy.
hearing. It was probably all me, and you guys were just hearing the echo like in from my headphones or something. Because it was like crystal clear. But yeah, so I just logged out of everything and then came back, and it seemed to work.
All right, cool. So we ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. So what? Just to get it started, what storyline do we want to tackle first? We want to start from the beginning. I'm trying to remember what the first one was. We want to talk about Stannis. What did you have? What did you have written, Malik? Did you have any starting point or?
No, I had. Well, I normally do my own little spiel.
Right.
Like one-liners to kind of discuss like what we saw. And then I was gonna kick it over to you to kind of just, break down, just do a breakdown of of the episode itself, and just kind of talk about any one of the vignettes, any one of the scenes that's specifically stuck out to you.
All right. So let's see. You have Stannis.
Like maybe something. So actually, one of the things that I do mention in here is like, obviously we had a bunch of different questions about the show and about where it was going and the direction throughout the course of the season. And so, did we get our answers? Is basically, did we get our answers? And
Yeah. Start off with that. And did we get our answers? And I'm just gonna say no.
Right, and like where those answers worth the wait. Right.
I'm just writing names in the chat box so I can. John and Cersei. So I think. What's her name? Lena Headey. I think she Cersei. I think part of it was her, and then part of it was a stunt double
Because
or
she
body
was
double.
pregnant, I think.
Oh, was she?
That's what I heard. It sounded like not.
Because I remember hearing on the lead-ups to this episode that, here's a Lena Headey's first naked scene on Game of Thrones,
I didn't hear about that.
and
Well, there were a couple of scenes where she was hiding her face, and you could pretty much
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said it took them 3 days to shoot that, her walking back to the castle. That's what I mean. I watched the thing that comes on after Game of Thrones, the breakdown of the episode.
No, so that was like the Green Mile.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, did her feet just start bleeding because she was walking on rocks or something?
Yeah.
Or broken glass?
People throwing stuff at her. Yeah, people throwing stuff at her, her hitting her.
I mean, I knew they were throwing stuff at her, and that guy that just walked up to her and spit on her face.
That was disgusting. That's the only thing that got to me during that whole
Yeah, that dude just walked through. It was like, phew. And it's gonna be a lot of dead people. Well, knowing Cersei, she's gonna kill a lot of people after that. Okay? It's her own fault. She's the one that put that High Sparrow in charge.
Who's Shireen? Shirin?
The
That's
princess.
the daughter. Yeah,
The daughter niece.
daughter. No, Stannis' daughter.
Huh?
Stannis' daughter.
That isn't the incest baby.
We know her. We know her mom and dad. I mean,
Oh, Sansa. Oh, yeah.
Stannis.
Oh, Stannis, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the wife hung herself, right?
Yep. We know she's dead.
I mean, the dude had hardly any army. He's like, we're marching on.
And
How dumb can you be?
Because he believed all of that.
I know, that's what happens. That's what you get. You believe in false gods, that's what you get. And he got it.
As soon as she realized she was wrong, she hightailed it out of there. She was like, okay, I guess I was wrong about this dude.
She took off. She's like, you know what? Maybe it was someone else I saw on those. The icicles are melting. We must be good to go. Dude killed his own family, including his own brother.
You guys can
All
hear
for
me?
nothing. Yeah, but now we see double of you.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I dropped off
All
and
for nothing.
got back on. I don't know why.
All for nothing.
Okay.
Stupid Stannis.
All right. I'll just stay double screened or something. I don't know.
Yeah, one of them will eventually drop.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
the
right.
one that you're not using will eventually go away.
Oh, okay.
I love you, honey.
All right.
See,
So,
it went away.
oh, there you go. That was quick. Okay. You guys ready?
Let's do this.
All right.
Let's do this thing.
Lorenzo, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, cool. Good evening, fans of Westeros, and welcome to the Agents of Helm Game of Thrones weekly rundown. So the season is over, and if you've listened to us during episodes 1 through 9, you know that for the most part, the agents have had all lukewarm feelings about the direction of the show and what we were expecting in this finale. I'm Malik, and I'm playing your pseudo-host of our show for tonight, and along for the ride are the usual suspects: Lorenzo,
Hey, what's up, Malik?
what's going on, Joe,
What's up, people?
and last but not least, Johanna.
Let's kill Somali.
So, in normal Game of Thrones fashion, yesterday's finale, entitled Mother's Mercy, took an opportunity to show you a small look into what's going on, hinted at what might happen, and kinda sorta killed characters that could possibly come back, but are most likely not. We got to see Arya begin her real training, Brienne finally finished a job, Reek grew another pair, all while Tyrion, Dario, and Jorah do their rendition of Three Men and a Little Lady when little Mary, in this case little Dany, gets taken away from them. And the Sand Snakes answered Lorenzo's question about why have a slow-acting poison. And oh yeah, Cersei got her beetle haircut going, and let's King's Landing know that she's still got it pretty tight after having 4 kids. And Jon Snow got shanked in the yard, Oz style. Nice touch, HBO. So Joe, for one last time, break it down for us. What the hell did we just see? We had questions. Did we get our answers? And were they worth the wait?
No, and no. Still tall. It's definitely not worth the wait. And I warned you guys before the season started. I told you it's a lot of nothing in the middle, crazy beginnings, crazy endings, and nothing in the middle. And all we did yesterday was get a bunch of crazy cliffhangers, if you will. I mean, it's like you've got, Stannis. I mean, is he dead? Is he not dead? I mean, chances are he's dead. You got Sansa and what's his face, Greyjoy jumping off a castle wall. Who do they think they are? Butch and Sundance. Got Cersei being picked up by what I assume is the Mountain underneath that armor, and you have Arya going blind. What is she gonna be like? You guys ever watch like the Blind Swordsman? You guys ever see that?
Yeah.
What should be? No, better yet, to communicate with our younger viewers, is she gonna become Daredevil? And then Jon Snow. I mean, if anybody was gonna get killed, why did it have to be him? I'm not saying I'm the biggest Jon Snow fan, but I mean, I felt like he was pretty integral to the whole Game of Thrones storyline, the whole thing. And I know Johanna warned me, a couple other people warned me what could happen, but to see it happen last night, I was like, come on, who else is going to step into those shoes? I don't believe he's gone. He may be gone for a season, but I don't believe his character is gone.
Joe, he's dead.
Yeah.
I can't believe it, Lorenzo. Don't spoil it. I can't until
Joe, he's
When we
dead.
get to season 17, if he's not back, then I'll believe it.
He's dead,
Keep
Joe.
believing, Joe. I'm gonna keep it alive too.
Thank you,
Keep it
Yana. Keep it alive.
Yeah.
And of course, and my favorite character, Daenerys, can't keep her dragon awake. It looks like he had a good meal. There was skeletons all around him. I mean,
That was a
I
long
guess he got the itis. He got the itis. He had to go to sleep.
Exactly. He was tired. He had some spears in his back. He just got the spears
Yeah.
in his back. He was
The
still
spears.
tired.
Looks like he
man.
had a good dinner.
Why is she not afraid that he's gonna die? Like, he looked pretty fucked up.
He was all right.
It seemed like
what's
she was
worse
never worried about him just dying from all those spears.
Dragons don't die.
Yeah,
No,
you gotta chop off. You gotta chop off the neck, I guess. I don't know. But then she's walking around like Julie Andrews in The Sound of Music over here in the hills, and then all of a sudden these Dothraki dudes show up. I mean, not just like one or two. Like it seemed like 1,000 of them just showed up out of nowhere. I didn't know the Dothraki. I'm assuming she's north now because there's a lot of green. So I'm thinking the dragon flew her north. I don't know. What do you guys think? Did she go north? I mean, Johanna, you read. Is she north now? Is she across the water now?
I don't think she's she's definitely in Dothraki territory. It's not like a situation where the Dothraki got lost or were wandering somewhere. Like, she's definitely back where she started with Gold Crown Guy and Jason Momoa and all those people.
Really? Because they look like they lived in like the desert.
That's a good
Back then.
point.
Well, they were nomadic. They seemed to move around. Like they didn't seem to necessarily have one locale where they just kind of made their home.
No, not desert. They need grass for their horses. They live on grassy plains. That's where
Okay.
they run around on.
Because what we've seen, from what we've seen since who knows when, like season 2 or whatever, Daenerys traveling around, she seems to have been like in the desert, like not a lot of grass and stuff around. Even the Marines, there's not too much grass around there.
Like
And then-
the town, the Dothraki city that they go into. It's like it's not. It's just a gathering place. It's not really meant like it's not where they stay. They hang out in the field. So that's why. And then I think where they go to is desert. So that's why we see all the desert. But what I gathered from the little bit I read was that they wander the plains and they need the grass. That's like their, they follow the grass because the grass is with like the hunting and the horses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I guess the biggest, the biggest thing, and not biggest thing, but the worst thing that could happen to Jaime Lannister happened last night when his daughter niece died on him. I mean, as she's holding him, she's like, "Uncle Daddy, I know who you are," and it just felt bad for Jaime.
I felt bad
for Jaime. I hope they put the oar out there and like do a quick swing on that boat. First off, I think we talked a little bit about this before we started recording. How come Bronn didn't get affected by the poison till like a day later, at least a day later? She just kissed her, and she got affected. What, like in 10 minutes?
Well, it's probably more than 10 minutes. It's probably like an hour. Maybe.
Okay, an hour. Okay, an hour. Okay, I'll give you an hour. I mean, they look like they could still see the boat from the shore.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty close. So that's why they think it was like an hour. Because she's standing on the shore or at the dock looking at the boat, and the girl's already dead.
They needed, you know why, Joe? Because they needed them to be there and see it so that the camera could show them seeing what they. Hackery, Joe. I said it once.
Hackery.
Hackery.
I'm not gonna try to make too much sense of it, but it could be something as small as, like, think about it like the delivery system. So basically, when we look at a zombie movie, you catch a scratch from a zombie. You catch a scratch from a zombie. It takes a lot longer to change versus direct contact, like in the form of a kiss or in the form of like the sharing.
There's a big difference between like
I don't know what
face and a kiss and the lips. Yeah.
Malik, when Booze McGee, as Lorenzo called her, Booze
Hey,
McGee.
that was all me.
Oh, you. I'm sorry, Johanna. Booze
That
McGee.
was all me.
When Booze McGee, as Johanna labeled her Booze McGee. when she got bronze, her sword was laced with it,
Yeah.
and she cut him, right?
Right.
So you think that went directly into the bloodstream? So
This
he should have been
conversation's
like,
stupid, Joe. This
Yeah,
conversation's
and I'm just
stupid.
trying to figure it out.
It was a flesh wound. It was a
It's
flesh
just
wound. It wasn't like
they needed it
flesh
for
wound.
the dramatic purposes. That's
stabbed
it.
him in his gut. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to make too much sense of it or trying to put. But it's possible. It's possible to explain it away if you wanted to. That's all.
Okay, I mean, and this is Game of Thrones. We're not going to argue too much about that. I mean, the fact is, the girl's dead now, or we think she's dead.
No, she's dead.
She's dead. She's dead.
She's dead.
She's not Jon Snow dead. She's like really dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jon Snow dead. She's really dead.
The only
I
way
think
Jon
she's
Snow's coming
dead.
back is the only way Jon Snow's coming back is if the White Walkers raise him up.
Well,
Jon Snow.
yeah, I mean, they can get to him because it is winter.
Exactly.
So,
Winter is coming.
but you
Or
know what,
here.
Johanna? You hate hackery, right? Just like you hate those tarot card readers. Melisandre, whatever her name is, she's a hack. She's all wrong.
Yeah, she's not. No. She basically, the King's Blood did not work, and the minute it didn't work, well, basically what happened is Stannis' crew were like, well, shit, we don't want to follow a guy who, like, burns his daughter at the stake and half of the people desert. And once Melisandre realizes that, she bounces. Oh, also his wife kills herself. And she just kind of abandons him and goes, he's still just like, we got to fight. And he doesn't fight so much as is beaten to a pulp and then is caught by Brienne, who, the minute she came up, I said, roaring rampage of revenge. And instead she's just like, I'm going to stab you right here. And that was pretty much the end of Stannis. In terms of, like, how it was filmed, the story, like the pacing, it was so fucking stupid. It was really stupid.
And then she walks away from her porch, just like like 2 seconds before the candle gets lit. 2 seconds.
Look, we've had this happen before with Sansa. Remember
Yeah.
Sansa and Arya? It's hackery, but it's an expected hackery. It's one of the drawbacks of being a Game of Thrones fan is that this stupid shit happens. And that's the thing. We were talking about this before we came on. We know it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
We know it's going to happen, and then we're still dragged along this, hey, it's not going to happen, okay? Yeah. And then it's like, oh, what do you know? What happened? Aren't you surprised? No! I'm not surprised.
I'm actually happy it happened because the Stark girls. This should be a running gag for me the entire time. It's like the Stark girls can never get actually saved, and they can never actually do anything the right way, where it winds up working in their favor. It always winds up biting them in the ass later on, So now, of course, Sansa has to I'm sure it's a very, very uneasy alliance with with Reek. Because I ain't calling him by his name until he starts calling himself by his name. But she's got this unhealthy alliance with Reek. You've got Arya, who is now realizing the true definition of what it means to be a person with no faces. And I think that's the reason why she goes blind, because, or why it's part of the reason why, they blinded her, because as long as she's got this list, clearly this list drives her, right? And if she sees another person on this list, she's going to want to kill that individual. But if she's blind and she can no longer see them, that in effect just destroys her ability to have this list that she's going of individuals that she's going after. So it affects stops her from being who she is.
So was that kind of her punishment for using the face? What ability do you call that? The many faces ability? Her using a face without getting permission?
Without permission, yeah, probably. I mean, it could be that, or it could just be a part of her training that you have to. In order to have many faces, you must not have your own face or something like that. I did think it was really. I thought it was because I also looked at it and was like, to my knowledge of watching the show, all the faces that they've used were faces of the dead. So how was she able to pull off a face that was her own when she's not dead? right? I thought that was really strange. I thought that piece of it was like really like I was like, huh? How the hell
You
did
know,
this?
he was sending her a message.
Yeah,
What if she is dead? Maybe
yeah.
it's a Sixth Sense thing.
Yeah.
And this whole time she's been training and like she's actually dead.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen next season. They're gonna flash back to season 2 and show you when Arya gets killed.
I mean, it's an interesting. I mean, it's interesting that you guys didn't like. I thought that there was some of the closures were a little bit better than others. Um,
Which one?
I look. I will honestly say that my most hated group of people now are are the brothers of the Night's Watch. I hate them now. I hate every single one of them. I want them all to be murdered horribly because what they did to Jon Snow was my boy. What they did to him was fucking cruel. Okay, it was horrible. It was cruel. He didn't do anything to them specifically. They saw what he did as like a complete miscarriage of justice or a complete like dereliction of duty on his part, or that he was betraying them for whatever reason, and so they take it out on him. When in actuality, he was trying to help everyone, including you, by giving you more people to fight against what he obviously knows is the inevitable and what is coming. And because no one wants to fucking listen to the guy, you know, you take him out. But in all honesty, now that you've taken him out, what the hell do you think the Wildlings are going to do now when the one guy that they actually did trusted you killed? Right, so now you're going to. I honestly think next season there's going to be a fight again between the Wildlings and the men of these brothers of the Night's Watch.
Yeah,
And oh
it's
by the way,
so yeah.
they're all about being loyal to the Brotherhood. Aren't these guys? Aren't a good bit of these guys like rapists, thieves, burglars? Isn't that the reason why they're at the fucking they're at the wall? I mean, damn, these guys they really made it very convenient to be like, huh, you're not doing what we say you should do. So we're just gonna kill you. I mean, I would have been perfectly fine if they had exiled them. I thought that would have gone a little bit better. And of course, the kid that we all said was going to do something did something, and I hope he gets it last. I hope he gets to watch all of the rest. I hope he gets to watch all the rest of them get murdered around him, and they leave him for last, so he can watch it.
You know, Malik, what I didn't get now, if your whole plan was to kill him anyway, then why the hell let him through the wall? Why the hell even let him and the Wildlings through? If you don't want the Wildlings to come through, then just keep the door closed. Don't let them through the wall.
Right.
In effect, it would have killed all of them because they would have been stranded in the snow.
Just shoot him with the arrow when he's walking by. When he
Yeah,
walks
I
through the
think
front door.
Well, because he had the other blacks with him.
yeah, but those guys volunteered to go with them.
Well, they had no choice. I don't think they.
Oh,
volunteered.
whatever, but that's collateral damage. I mean, you don't let through all the wild.
There's
I
only
mean,
like,
this is the
there's only
case.
like 25. There's only like 25 of them now. They can't be affording to kill themselves off.
Well, Malik, I mean, Lorenzo, you just were. There's only 25 of them. You don't let through hundreds of wildlings, and you have a depleted army. If that was the case, you sacrifice the other crows and don't let the wildlings in. I mean, tactically, it makes no sense to me. I'm not going to try to make sense, but tactically, it makes no sense if you were just going to kill Jon Snow anyway.
Right, and who is going to lead the Night's Watch now? Clearly, the rest of
That
them.
old dude, what's his name?
That old bitter guy.
They were all, and that's the whole point. Like the reason why Jon Snow was selected in the first place is because all of the rest of them were they were not able to do it. That's the reason that Jon gets picked, because he showed that he could do it. He showed that he could actually run this group, and he could be a leader of this group of men, and he was chosen over everybody else. But yet, now we're just gonna kill him and move on. And I was just like, really, this. I hope that every single White Walker, I hope they eat you. I hope they eat your insides, and I hope that the last things that some of these guys say, we should have listened to Jon, because it was so stupid. That was just so it was mutinous and it was stupid. And you guys are supposed to be the one true group that's like dedicated not to your own needs, but to the mission, and that mission being protecting the wall. Protecting the everything south of the wall from everything that's coming at it. That's supposed to be your mission, not oh, Jon Snow let the wildlings in, so we're pissed off, so we're gonna we're gonna kill him. It was just really really petty and stupid, and it's gonna wind up biting them all in the ass eventually.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're mad at him for bringing the wildlings through, and they kill him. Never should have let him in. I don't get it. It's the dumbest thing.
Moronic.
But what was the one that you said that you did like, Malik?
So you know what? I actually like the well. I mean, maybe because I'm really attracted to them. Like I really like the Sand Snakes. So I'm good. Look, I'm good with the women. Okay, I don't care about what they do. Like yes, they're horrible assassins, but you know what? They got the job done. I mean, it took them 5.5 episodes to do
it. And they didn't even get the job done. The mother did.
But they did it. They did it. I mean, maybe this was their entire master plan. Like, get arrested, go to jail.
Yeah, that was it.
Look, we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, you know what she should have said when it was over? You know what she should have said to the Sand Snakes, to her daughters? I love it when a plan comes together.
Exactly. It would have been perfect. It would have been perfect because clearly whatever hodgepodge of a plan that they had put together was just completely fucked up. But they figured it out, or at least the mother did. But the funniest thing, I was sitting there while I'm sitting there watching it. I'm like, so what happens to the son now? Since now he can't marry any. What the hell? I'm not gonna go be on the enough. They're not gonna let him on the small council now that she's dead, and on top of that, she's dead. And of course, they're gonna attribute her death to what happened on Dorne. They're not just gonna assume that she just dies of natural causes.
That guy's dead.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't even think. I mean, she doesn't care because that's only her nephew by marriage, right? She don't care.
Right. But like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like it's just, this is not. I mean, yes, you got your revenge, but this is clearly not going to settle anything. You're asking for a war, and you have no backing. And the guy actually said it. I mean, her cousin or brother, or whatever the hell he is, the crippled dude. He actually said it. Like he was like, "Yo, I don't need to make war with these people because I ain't got no army." Like why are you fighting a battle just for for the love of your life that got killed, because he volunteered to a fight with the Mount and got himself killed because he wanted to monologue. That wasn't my fault. I don't see why the hell we gotta suffer because of this. But you know what? Hey, I mean, but I did like that scene. And I did like that finally somebody set out to do something and it actually got done. That doesn't happen on this show very often, where people actually set out to plan a mission and the mission actually gets accomplished. And so Jamie and Bronn, they set out to go get Myrcella, and it almost worked. But again, there was a ulterior motive, a different mission that actually wound up working against them, which is the Sand Snake. So congratulations to them.
Well, I'll tell you who's never going to say I love it when a plan comes together, and that's Sansa. She's never going to say that.
No.
She's never going to say I love it when a plan comes together.
That child's never going to make a plan. I don't even think she knows what she wants to eat for breakfast in the morning. Like, she has no clue what the hell she does on a regular basis. She has no clue. She didn't think Reek was going to do anything. The best decision that she made was deciding that she was okay with dying. That was the best decision she made of the entire show. She was just like,
yeah, I'm ready to die.
It's like, okay, kill me. And then, of course, that plan turned out wound up fucking her over anyway, because the girl had no intentions of killing her. She's like, oh, we're not going to kill you. That would be not, you're the Ward of the North. Like, you're the Pride of Winterfell. I can't kill you. I'm going to do all these other things to you. And the look on Sansa's face when she realized, that they're just going to like basically rape and plumage her. That was reward enough for me, until Reek, does what Reek does. And I don't know what he plans to get out of the situation. Like, is this some kind of redemption arc for him? what's his end game here?
Another one that doesn't come up with a plan.
I think
He
Reek
just
is beyond
reacts.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's beyond end games,
It's like
dude. I think he's
Oh.
beyond like redemption. I mean, redemption, yeah. I mean, but like as far as like having some sort of like ulterior motives, like he has no ulterior motives.
Get the fuck out of town.
I don't even think he has
That's
that. He
what-
doesn't even have like that as an ulterior motive. He acts because that's what he thinks to do or gets up the courage to do or whatever. It's not like he's no ulterior motives for him. He's like one of the purest characters now on the show. he's been like he's like been stripped totally clean.
He's been reprogrammed by Ramsey.
Pretty much. And oh, I know. By the way, yes, I am happy that Varys is back because whenever Varys and Tyrion to me have the best dialogue on the show, and when the two of them are together, I like the back and forth between the two of them. So I'm glad Varys is back.
I don't like it. I don't like the winking they keep doing to the audience. The two of them looking at each other. Yeah, I missed you, and little smiley faces and shit. Like it's all for the audience. It's all like it's all for us, and it just feels so like it just it's like a setup. It just feels like a situation. Like I was saying, it feels like a situational comedy. Like here's some situation that I'm gonna put these guys in, and this is like this is Game of Thrones' version of You Better Call Saul, as far as I'm concerned. It's just like I don't care, and I don't care. Like this show used to be about winning like the kingdom, and now it's about like taking care of some stupid town that nobody cares about, and finding Daenerys wandering around with her dragon, and figuring out what the hell happened to Sansa and Reek, and I don't care. Like what happened to the Game of Thrones? I don't feel like we're playing the Game of Thrones anymore.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody that seems to have wanted the throne is dead. Like who wants the throne now? I mean, Tommen's on it.
Daenerys.
Yeah, Daenerys is gunning for that shit.
She's been on this like diversion for how long now? Like she had the chance to make a move, and she stayed in Dirt Town, and
But she didn't have enough votes.
I shall rule Dirt Town. That'll be my thing, and she did that for a season, and I just don't care at all about that town. Like I said, I would have burnt it to the ground a long time ago.
Joe, she had no boats, but she had 3 dragons. She could have did a flyby on King's Landing and been
She
no play with it.
flyby.
She could have
Well,
just
you know what? We saw what the Sons of Harpy almost did to one of the dragons. I mean, I think she's going to need little more than just the dragons.
You just teach Dragon not to land. If you don't land, it's like you just fly by.
What you
breathe
mean?
your
They got
fire.
surface to air. They got surface to air.
Spears.
Spears. Surface
No.
to air spears.
I honestly think that I think Game of Thrones and Daenerys and her dragons, they need a montage. They need like a 10-minute, 5-minute episode where she's training them on how to fly right, how to breathe fire, and then it should just be fuck everybody else. It should just be her and her 3 dragons going around, laying waste to the lands, and then
I would love to see that.
That's it. That's all I want. Well, what are you looking for, Johanna? What did you like or completely dislike about the episode?
Let me see. Something I other than like Jon Snow dying, which you guys, he's not dead.
That's what I'm
Okay.
Johanna. He's not dead.
He's not dead. Why is the Red Witch there? She's just hanging out? I don't think so. He's not dead. But to continue,
Hold on, who's not dead?
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
Jon
With
Snow
Johanna on this.
is not dead.
Okay.
So, like, I read like an article a couple of hours ago about how Game of Thrones fans have the people who've read the book have been unburdened by his quote unquote death because it's something that I've known since the beginning. I guess like it happened like it did in the book. So that seemed fairly resolved. I guess like something that kind of bothered me was the whole Cersei walk of shame. It just was so long and monotonous, and I wasn't sure if that was something that needed to go on for so long.
I didn't think it was that monotonous
It
because
was long though. It did feel like
it was long, yeah, but it was. I like, I do like Cersei, so it was fun to watch her, like, just her face as she went through, like, the throngs of people, and as she, like, it was weird. She had, like, all these emotions going on in her face, and it was kind of fun to watch.
When that dude spit in her face, that was just, like, crazy.
Disgusting.
It's like, she's got it coming, but you still kind of feel sorry for her, but you still kind of enjoy it. It was a mixed bag of emotions for me.
Oh, I didn't feel bad for her at all.
A little bit? Come on, you must have felt a little bit bad for her.
She's had it coming for years.
No, she's definitely had it coming, but come on, she's like the best character on that show.
I was hoping, Lorenzo, I was hoping she'd get to the door and it was locked.
Bye.
I was hoping for plenty more of where that came from. Okay, she needs like years of this. She needs to be paying back years of penance for what she's doing, for what she's done, and the just crazy, underhanded, conniving bullshit that she's done over the course of the show. Like one like half a mile walk down a block with a bunch of people calling you bad names is not enough for her. She needs more. And it seems like to me, I actually felt she got off a little bit easy because she gets to go back to being, the Queen Mother, and and she's got like the mountain, the zombie mountain protecting her. So I actually think she got it pretty easily.
I really hate the nun. I really, really hate the nun.
Shame! Ring, ring, ring! Shame! Ring, ring, ring!
I hate her more than anybody on that show.
What? Why?
I hate her more than any, because I just don't like her face.
Oh my god.
I don't like her face.
Lorenzo has an unreasonable dislike of people.
Well, come on, she's a bitch, for one.
Well, she's doing her job.
Her job is to be a bitch.
Pretty much.
I thought these were like all like nice. Well, I guess not.
No.
I don't like any of the sparrows, but I especially don't like her, and mostly yes, it's just because I don't like her face.
Well, Lorenzo, I have this to say to you. Shame!
Shame.
Ring, 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 ring.
I can't wait for her to get. I hope the mountain just like rips her apart. I hope she gets like an Oberyn type death.
Get her head squeezed like a grape.
Yeah, just pop that sucker right off. Her ugly man face.
Oh my god, Lorenzo. Yeah. No, I think Lena Headey is a really good actress because, like Lorenzo said, it's like she started kind of off like very haughty and like this won't be so hard, and then progressively like she's kind of trying to hold on to the queenliness and she can't. I don't know, you guys. Do you think this walk of shame is going to affect her queenly power at all? Because I actually don't think so.
Queenly power? I think she's going to go on a rampage.
I think she's going to get those people. She was going to get killed.
She had that smirk on her face the minute she got into the Mountain's arms. You can see as he's carrying her away, if you look at her face while he's carrying her away, she's got this like smirk on her face like, motherfuckers, y'all don't know what y'all just did. Like, I am going to go crazy on all of you. You guys don't know what the hell you just did. You just gave me back to my son. And he still does not have his wife to put that good on him and like completely fuck up his head. Please, she's going to wreck shit in this next season.
I'm so excited. Like maybe we can get some cool stuff happening in King's Landing again.
Oh, and then also her daughter just died, right? So the one reason that she, the one like glimmer of hope that she did have out there in the world, like that maybe the man that she loved could go back and get their daughter back. She's gonna find out the daughter's dead, So she's gonna go all out. I think that she's at least gonna try to go all out.
I mean, I do think it was Jamie's fault, like that her daughter's dead. He could have protected her from, like he could have just made sure that he stayed between her and the person that tried to kill her. Like, that's just common, like, good dad sense. Like, when somebody tries to kill your kid, you don't let the person get too close to your kid.
He doesn't know how to be a dad. He even said so himself. He doesn't know how to be a dad. He knows how to be an uncle. He doesn't know how to be a dad.
Even a good uncle would have, like, not let the attempted murderer get too close to the kid that they were trying to murder.
It's hard. He's an uncle daddy. He doesn't know.
That is true. He doesn't know any better.
He didn't know. No.
But still, no. But Lorenzo's right. You got to blame him on that one, just because. She's precious cargo. If nothing else, coming home without your kid, like Joe, you've gone out with your daughter, just you and your daughter before.
You came home without your daughter.
You came home without your daughter.
Are you going to be having sex that night?
Exactly.
Oh, man.
It's not gonna go well for you. Okay, so
not gonna go well.
You make sure you come home with your kid intact, ready to ready to go run into the arms of her mom, because that's what you're here for, right? So yeah, I get Lorenzo. It's to your point. Like I'd have been like, chick, don't touch my daughter. Don't touch this kid.
Technically, guys, it's Cersei's fault. She's the one that sent her daughter over there.
Well, to protect her, right?
Okay, so you put your daughter in the hands of the people that hate you the most.
They didn't hate her the most.
Not at the time.
They kind of hate her the most. Yeah.
Oberyn hated the Lannisters.
Yeah,
because they killed and raped his sister.
Yes.
So you sent her over to Dorne, where there's people there that hate the Lannisters. If she hadn't done that, Jaime wouldn't have to go rescue her.
I mean, how was she supposed to know that shit was going to play out the way it did with Oberyn?
But it wasn't.
I mean, you don't send your kid someplace where they hate your family.
But it wasn't Cersei who sent her. It was Tywin / Tyrion. Like Tyrion was the hand, and he's like, "Well, there she's going because we need a hostage in Dorne."
When did they send her? Did they send her in season 1 or season 2? I can't even remember.
I think it was season 1.
Yeah, so Tyrion wasn't the hand, was he?
Remember, it was alliances. It was them building alliances, right? So in order for them to build this alliance, they had to promise their daughter to, just in the same way that Tywin at some point in time promised Cersei to Robert, to House Baratheon to set up the truce, So I mean I think that was just like affirming the alliances between the two houses, right? But then there's that whole separate piece of, oh yeah, by the way, that guy fucking hates us. But he's not gonna. That's the whole thing. Clearly he's not going to. He's not going to do anything to destroy the alliance, and he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have done anything, if Oberyn was still alive. Like he wouldn't have done anything to Marcella.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. I mean, he said so much that when he got to to King's Landing,
right?
He wouldn't harm a child or something like that. I remember, if I remember correctly. But still,
No, it isn't. That is Jaime's fault. I don't care. I mean, you're a dad. You know goddamn well you would not let a person that just tried to kill your kid anywhere near your fucking kid. I mean, come on, Joe.
Lips.
Just admit it.
No, I'm just saying these are Game of Thrones times. I mean, if you set your kid over there as part of an alliance because they need to have a hostage, you let the queen or whoever she is
person get near your kid. Person
That's
just
why
trying to. Are you gonna put yourself between them and your kid?
Me, yes, but Jamie
course.
Lannister.
Jamie
I mean, the way
Lannister
those
should have
things,
done what you would have done, Joe.
the way those things are run. I mean,
Or
we've seen
Lannister is
plenty of.
supposedly like a really good tactician. Like that's the thing about him in like on this whole season. He was supposed to have been like some like brilliant like
So is
tactician.
Stannis.
Yep.
Stannis.
but
I mean,
Stannis,
okay, look,
that was his
I'm not
own
defending
fault.
Stannis. This whole season has just been silly. For
I mean,
me.
you're trying to explain something away to Jamie Lannister.
I'm not trying to explain something
I
away. I'm
know.
saying what I'm saying is that that I find it ridiculous that any father would try to like not hold Jamie Lannister accountable for his daughter's death when he was right there next to the woman that poisoned his daughter, who was the same person that tried to kill her like in the last episode. No, you're not going to let some person that tried to kill your daughter get anywhere near your daughter. That is just everybody in this conversation is a parent, and I can't believe that you would disagree with what I just said.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with that, Lauren. I'm saying, as far as Jamie the character,
He's a brilliant tactician, supposedly. You don't think he has
I didn't-
enough
I haven't seen
tactical
in the
sense?
5
didn't
seasons
think
I've been
he
watching
was.
this show. I haven't seen him do anything
Yeah,
brilliant or
You
tactical.
guys, I don't think he was. I think he was just like good at killing people and like sword stuff.
In the first season,
And he stabbed the king in the back.
he got outsmarted by what's his face, Ned's kid. But like when he was doing the siege of whatever that castle was called, back in the first season, like he was doing everything by the book. Like he knew his stuff. If anything, he's been a little too like foolhardy when it comes to he takes risks with his own life. I agree. Yes, he does that. But why would he take risks with his daughter's life? Just doesn't make any sense to me.
I have an explanation. Hackery.
Exactly.
That's
They
the
needed it to
only
happen
explanation.
so that they
yeah.
let it happen. And it's been going on this season far too much, and I'm sick of it. This whole season was just silly. It was silly. I don't know why why you guys are like even trying to disagree with me. Joe, you've
I'm
been
not disagreeing with you. I've been telling you this for 2 seasons already.
Exactly.
I've been telling you this for 2 seasons.
Why are you fighting with me? I don't even
I'm
understand.
not fighting with you. I'm just trying to explain why Jamie might let that happen, which is ridiculous to begin with anyway. I'm just, I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
Because why he might like it happen? Because he's a fucking moron. And he's a moron just like every other moron on this show. The smartest guy in the damn room got his head chopped off in episode 9 of season 1. Okay, he was the smartest guy on the entire show. And you know why he was so smart? Because he knew once his boy was dead, he knew he was next. And he was fully aware. He wasn't trying to negotiate anything for his life. He was just like, look, just take care of my kids. I know you're gonna kill me, but just take care of my kids. Everybody else is trying to negotiate this whole situation. I mean, and I'll give Tyrion credit. Like Tyrion is also smart enough to keep himself alive. He's got enough information that always seems to keep him alive. But he's not, strategic in the sense of being someone that he's not looking for the throne. He's not looking for anything other than his own sanctity and his own safety and wine and women. That's what's pretty much all he wants. But everybody else, yeah, they're pretty much morons. They're pretty much morons. I mean, I really, 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 and I said this last week on our other show. I thought Stannis was supposed to be smarter than this. I really did, and he showed himself this entire season to be an absolute fool, and that's why I hope he is dead, because I don't necessarily need him coming back. Like I don't need Brienne hitting him in the head with a sword to be the thing that woke him up. Clearly, he just made stupid decision after stupid decision after being told on multiple occasions that you're making the wrong decision, and you kept doing it. Like, it's not even like he didn't have it's not even like he was just surrounded by a bunch of yes men. Davos was actually willing to tell him, like, dude, you need to rethink your plan.
And that's
You
why
know?
Davos was around. Like, that's why he kept
Exactly.
him around.
Because you keep me grounded, and every time you give me a suggestion, I say, "Fuck that! I'm just gonna rock with this fire vagina lady, and just figure things out with her." And everything goes bad. Everything goes up shit's creek as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah,
But
that was
you're
a
so
bad day. That was all like one day.
one day. It's a fat. It was. It was. I honestly think I was like. I was wondering. I was like, is that's probably the fastest defeat of an army in the
That's the
history of
fastest
Game of
march
Thrones.
too. Like they walked right over there without
Yeah,
any
they just like
horses. They straight up didn't
swallowed
have
up.
any horses.
I did
He was
love
like,
that.
he was like, let's set up camp here or whatever he said.
They're
They were like,
about to siege
let's
with like all
up.
12 guys. He had like 22 dudes, and he was planning his siege tactics.
It's like,
To
He didn't have any
Winterfell.
siege weapons. He like got all of his siege weapons burnt down. Ugh, what a mess.
we'll attack in the morning, and dude was like, nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Homie.
Yeah. If I was that dude, I'd been like, you know what, Stan? I think I gotta go take a piss or shit. I'll be back.
You guys, I watched. I was watching it with my wife. If you guys get to see that scene again, it's hilarious. I don't even know. I don't know if if the perception is what it's really supposed to be. But if you watch the scene again, when they do that aerial shot, when the Ramses people are coming in,
Yeah, when they show the armies.
right, when they show the two armies. So like, there's like this faction. If you look at Stannis' army, of course, it's like a small group that it is. There's this faction of the group that's going towards the fight, and then there's this faction of the group that's running away from it. It's just, it's like 40. It's like 45 little cockroaches, like just, where the lights just came on, and they were like, "Oh shit!" They're trying to run off. I was cracking up watching that scene. My wife and I watched it. I was like, "Yeah, see, clearly, I would have been one of those guys in the back." Because we would have got over that hill, and I'd have been like, okay, maybe we have a oh, shit, do you see all those horses? We don't have any horses either.
Horses.
I was like, good Lord, what the hell do we have, Stannis? We have nothing. That's like, you really brought us here. You really brought us to a gunfight.
Yeah,
with
that would have
sticks.
been funny if he just like pulled out a little pouch of his daughter. Like,
Oh my
you know, I've got King's blood, King's blood, King's blood.
I was like,
Yeah.
son, do you even have a map? Do you even have a map? Do you even know exactly where we are right now?
King's blood. I got King's blood.
That's what happens when you praise false gods. You got it.
Oh my gosh, hilarious stuff. That's why I really hope he's gone. I really don't want to see him come back, unless it's for more comedy like that. I can deal with that.
Yeah, how the hell was he the last man standing? That's what I want to know.
I don't know, because they needed him to be.
I
I'm giving up on trying to
Because
explain
they
this.
needed to give Dan some purpose.
This is so dumb. And
Yeah,
then what's his
I mean-
name? Ramsey just like walking around. Oh, here we go! Stab, stab, stab. It's
Yeah.
just him and like two other guys. It looks like all the armies just canceled each other out, and it was just Ramsey on one side, Stannis on the other, and everybody else dead. It was just, yeah, you could tell they spent all their budget on dragons and that fight the zombies. You know, they had like one CG effect of like a aerial view.
You have the fight, and then they skip right to the end. It's over.
And I bet you those 45 guys running the other direction, I bet you that cost them, like, that bit into their budget, like a little, you know, I don't know if we can afford 45 guys running away.
We could afford 45 dots running away.
It's cheaper if we have them all just running the same direction.
This is like Stannis' group is like what not to do in 300. Like this is like the worst. Like,
Yeah.
like you had no plan whatsoever. Just let's
Charge!
It's like let's all charge with our swords at like 3,000 guys with horses. I was like, dude, and the fact of the matter is like again, you're supposed to be this, you know, this really. You're supposed to be a threat. This is the whole thing. It's like he's supposed to be the threat. Him and his group were supposed to be the threat. And the fact that number one, Ramsay was able to beat you with 20 guys the first time around, and then the second time around, and you're wild, you're big, your big plan was let's go get some wildlings who no one can control. Like, no one can control them, but for some reason you believe that they will bow to you because, to Joe's point, you praise the false god, and so you're the one true king because the false god told you that you were. It's all of this foolish shit that he was doing that led him to his demise. That led to his demise. I was really happy when he died. Not so much when Jon Snow died, because again, he was just doing the right thing.
Yeah. So now Jon Snow's dead for now. Stannis is dead. I mean, we're running out of Baratheons and Starks. Quick.
Yeah. Well,
I just don't care, Joe. I don't care. Like,
Bran is like 23 now. Huh?
yeah.
By the time he comes back, he will be.
He's gonna be like a man with like robot. He's gonna have robot legs because it's gonna be so far in the future.
He's gonna have gone into the future.
Hodor's gonna be an old man.
He's gonna be a RoboCop. And he's just gonna shoot everybody with guns. He's like, "Oh yeah, bitches, well, I got guns."
Oh god, he's a sorcerer. He's gonna have guns. That's gonna be awesome. I'd like to see that actually. I would love to see that. So what do you guys? Well, I don't know. So Johanna, as far as like the book is concerned, are we at a point now where it's pretty much green light? Like we don't know what the hell's next, or are there parts of the book that still haven't been touched yet?
They're just waiting for J.J. Martin to fucking write the next book.
J.J. Martin.
J.J. Martin.
Who the fuck is that guy?
His name is George.
They're just stalling now, man. That's all this was. This big stall technique.
Yeah, I mean, like, Lorenzo is actually mostly correct. We're caught up to all the storylines. Obviously, this is the thing that gets me, is they made all these wonderful, beautiful changes to the book because most of the book, also like a lot, these past two books have been hackery as well. And I'm like, great, you're going to go in a different direction. Well, what the fuck do you know? With the exception of Sansa, and the death of Stannis, all of the things that were completed this finale happened in the book. So it's like after
the last book.
The last book, yeah. So after all that bullshit about we're not going to introduce this character or this storyline for this character, blah, 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 we're going to have Daenerys meet Tyrion. It was all for fucking naught, guys. Because they just went back to the crappy-ass shit that happened to the last book at the end.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry that I don't have more positive stuff.
I did enjoy Arya fucking that. That was my favorite part of the episode, though. That was the kind of gruesomeness that I've come to expect from Game of Thrones. When she pops out his eyes, and then just like prison stabs him a bunch of times in the chest, and then has their conversation with him. That was good.
Yeah, she did some Oren Ishii stuff on him.
Yeah,
Kill Bill.
pretty wicked.
It was good.
And then, for whatever reason, she goes blind. I'm pretty sure that she went blind in the book, and they needed it to happen. Like Johanna's saying, they needed it to all like balance out again. And so, for whatever reason, she goes blind in this episode. It doesn't make any sense. I don't care. Whatever.
You're
I'm
right.
disenchanted.
You're right. Like, I just realized that they have to go back to all of those like endings because like there will be the winds of winter. And so they can't just be like, do, 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 and now Bran's a robot, and then the book says, no, Bran's not a robot, he's still doing stupid, boring-ass shit. So, no, actually, I think you're right. I think, like, they tried to be experimental, and then I don't know what happened, and then it all just got fucked up, and it was even more convoluted because they had changed everything before they got to the finale. Do you know what I mean? Like, they changed what happened in the last book.
Well, the more you change, the more they change, the more they stay the same. Isn't that like an expression?
Yeah, it's very apt here, too.
So,
That's
yeah,
all I got to say about that.
So what's next, guys? What's next for our weekly shows? So let our fans know what they have to look forward to in the next our next week's episode. Are we doing
Movie
shows?
reviews.
Are we doing movie reviews? Are we doing shows? Are we just gonna wing it? I think I have no problem just winging it.
I'm sure a topic will present itself every week, at
Absolutely.
least one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're done Game of Thrones though.
We're done. Well, no, we're definitely going to do the Walking Dead spinoff, and that's
Yes.
going to start soon.
That's true.
You can always talk about Ballers, man. The Rock is gonna. It's The Rock, and everybody loves The Rock. So I mean, there's
True Detective. There's just nobody cares. Like we don't care enough about any other shows the way we care about Game of Thrones and the way we care about The Walking Dead. That's just facts.
And clearly we shouldn't
Real
care
talk.
about. Clearly we shouldn't care about Game of Thrones as much as we do. So maybe we should start.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start picking up some other shows.
start talking about. You see, we could have talked about what's the show that comes on after Silicon Valley.
Now
I love
that's
that
a
show.
funny show.
I
Is
love that show.
And I guess that's over too.
Yeah, it's over. It was the finale last night.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he's still gonna be rich though, right? Like, I mean, even if I don't, who knows what's actually gonna happen? But
I don't
even
know.
if he
I don't
gets-
know what happens. He gets fired from his own company,
Yeah, he's
and like.
he's still an owner. He's still like on the board.
I mean, he created the damn thing. Like, how can you fire somebody that created it?
Because he just like what's his name is gonna get fired. Like that's kind of I didn't realize that they both got fired in this episode.
Yeah, it ends with him asking, "What about me?"
No, not him. The guy from Googly.
Oh, yeah, Hooli. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he got fired too. I'm sure. So
Well,
yeah,
before
but they still have their stock options, and they still own the company. They're still like owners. Like he's still like a part on the board, and he still has all of that stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see next season. But Silicon
It was
Valley is a great show.
Funny. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
So before we jump into new topics, let's close tonight out proper at the very least. Last thoughts about Game of Thrones. Last thoughts, Lorenzo.
Arya, blind assassin. I'm okay with that. I can't believe that they actually ended a cliffhanger with people jumping off of a cliff. That is. It just blows my fucking mind. Like where this show has ended up from where it started off. It feels like they've gone off track, and I am a bit disillusioned by this ending. Although yes, it sets things up for next season, and so I'll be back. I'll be back again.
As usual. Johanna.
He's not dead. I refuse to believe it. And fuck it, Team Grey Worm.
Why are you Team Grey Worm? I mean, nothing wrong with Grey Worm, but what's the why all of a sudden the Grey Worm push?
Because everybody else is dead, Joe.
Exactly. Have you seen the rest of the potential candidates?
Grey Worm. I mean, he's with what's her face, Natalie
Missandei.
Emanuel, right?
I would also go Team Missandei as well.
I'm always on Team Asante.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
He's not technically with anybody. He can't close the deal.
Yeah.
So sorry. Joe, what about you? Any last thoughts for Game of Thrones season 5? Right? Yeah, 5.
When I thought the pacing couldn't get any slower, did they really prove me wrong? Next season, let's pick up the pace. I don't want some of these things taking all season long. Some of these storylines just need to be done with in 5 episodes, and let's just keep it moving. Keep it moving. I don't want to feel like I wasted my time when I watch one of these episodes.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen for you.
I don't think so either.
Sorry.
I mean, it's a way. I mean, but my big thing is I can understand if this was like 24, Malik. I could understand. You gotta spread things out over 24 episodes. It's 10 episodes.
Yeah.
This is very condensed. There should not be a problem with pacing. The whole reason you do 10 episodes is so the pacing can be quicker and you can get through these storylines. But they seem to say, oh, we have 10 episodes. Let's create like 15 storylines and give it to you in little pieces. I don't like. and shorten the storylines and let's keep things moving. I clearly it's not going to happen. There's way too many characters for that to happen, but it's pie in the sky, like me wishing that Jon Snow is still alive. Pie in the sky.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll say for myself, the show spends a lot of time killing off popular characters and characters that everybody's identified with, and one of the things that they don't seem to do on the back end of that is introduce new characters that are just as interesting and just as fun to be around. So as they continue to kill off the characters that we liked and the characters that we've come to appreciate, I'd like to see them start introducing characters that we can also relate with and really start to enjoy their journeys, because clearly the journeys of the Stark family and the Lannisters and all these other houses, it's starting to get a little stagnant. They're all just starting to fight. They're all fighting each other, and you're killing off some really really quality talent. So, I mean, if you're gonna keep it going, and all the ratings say that you have no choice but to do so, start giving us some smarter, more interesting characters that we can get behind. Stop just filling our our plate with a bunch of despots that we hate and a bunch of weak, stupid, silly characters. And you know what? Give me a really really strong female character. I don't have one yet. Every strong female character on this show every female character on this show thus far that has appeared to be strong has at some point in time let me down. So I'm looking for a strong female lead. Haven't gotten that yet, with the exception of
Cersei.
Caitlyn Stark. No, Caitlyn Stark. Caitlyn Stark was a relatively strong female lead.
Yeah.
Cersei.
And she didn't make it. Cersei is not. No. Cersei's a bad guy. Cersei would be considered a bad guy.
We need to like deal with the fact that especially this season, Game of Thrones has not been treating its female characters well at all, or giving them too much agency.
Yeah, build out. Sansa is a character that's been around for a long time. Let's start building her out. What can we do with the character and make her more interesting and more appealing to people?
Instead of giving her more dimension, they kind of flattened her out in this last episode.
Exactly.
I get it, because she jumped off.
Yeah, because you jumped off the cliff.
Ah.
Well, that's it for the Agents of Helm. We hope that you've enjoyed our season-long rundown thus once again, and stay tuned and tune in to us next week. We'll be taking some topics from the world of entertainment and spitballing stuff about that. So for Johanna, Joe, and Lorenzo, I am Malik. We are the Agents of Helm. Have a great night, and stay tuned for some of our other episodes, our other podcasts, which will be releasing shortly. And check us out. agentsofhelm.com, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere you look, the Agents of Helm, we're there. Have a great night. Peace out.